lovely place. Silver shines, the world dines, a smile on each face. As joy surrounds, gun throw to bounds, and I can feel them breaking free. For just this moment lost in time, I am finally me. Yet still I hide behind this mask that I have become. My blackened heart, scorched by flames, a force I can't run from. I look to you like a red rose, seeking the sun, no matter where it goes. I long to stay where the light dwells, to guard against the cold that I know so well.
Hello and welcome everyone, Jake389 here, Twitch's favorite Ninetales. Back with more Fire Emblem 3 Houses. Let's do this. Got my grinding out of the way. Thank you, Bing Bong, for the lurk. Hopefully this is a shorter stream today. Heavy, thank you for the lurk as well. Alright, so I did not get to do my exploration. I was gonna look at more certifications. I did do Hilda's what you call it? Paralog. So we have Frykugel. I need to put Crusher on her. See about certifying someone. Ooh. Armor Knight. Close. Just Axe needs to be C. That'll probably be before or after she becomes a Bow Knight. We'll see. I tried certifying her in this before, but Bishop. But she wasn't taking it, so. Still working on Marianne with her reason. Gilbert, he can eventually become a great knight. I'm looking forward to that. Heavy armor has to be A or higher. Are you joking? Okay. I wonder what I'll make him. I'm thinking either Fortress Knight or Grappler. I don't remember what Grappler has for an ability though. Her, I kinda want her to go back and learn Vantage. But at the same time, I wouldn't mind her becoming a warrior. Her. She's the one I wanted to become an assassin. I'm gonna try it. We just saved. Yes, she did it.
That's a nice result.
That's a nice result. Sweet. Then I think she gets lethality from that. Instead of going back to Archer. Him, if we get to that point, trying to make him a grappler, and that's probably it. Let's explore. Going straight to the dining hall. We do have some supports, so I'll probably do... Actually, let's watch them now, so I can maximize their supports. Let's see. Eloise and Manuela. Let's do it.
Eloise, what a pleasant surprise. Would you care to join me?
Uh-oh.
Ah, perfect. I was just looking for someone to dine with. Let's raid the dining hall, shall we?
My goodness, but you're in a good mood.
Manuela, I have some news. I received a letter from my wife today.
Oh?
My daughter just picked up a new skill. Can you guess what it might be?
Singing? Dancing? I have no idea what parents teach their kids, or why they even have children at all. Still, give me a hint. Fishing? Bricklaying? Cooking?
That's right. Spot on as always. My wife is teaching her the basics.
The basics of which?
Next time I'm home, my daughter will be able to cook me all my favorite meals. What a lucky father I am. Is any father in the world luckier than I?
I don't know. And I don't care to know.
My wife greeting me at the door. My daughter's nervous face as she sets the meal on the table. Oh, I'm so excited I bet I won't even be able to taste the food as I devour it.
Wouldn't your daughter appreciate it more if you took the time to savor?
Then I'll say, how delicious! That was the second best meal I've ever had.
Not first best? Shouldn't you encourage her?
Mommy's cooking is the best, but you're a close runner-up, darling.
Why would you say?
Oh, Daddy, I'm so happy you liked it, she'll say, as she embraces me, a big smile on her little face. Ah, what could make a man happier?
I love Eloise.
You've forgotten I'm here, haven't you? All I wanted was a dinner companion. What did I do to deserve this?
Aww. Seteth has quite a few sea supports. Might as well do one.
May I help you, Sereth?
Finally noticed me, I see. Good to see that you are so dedicated to your training.
Do you have need of my sword?
No, this is not a military matter. I would like to discuss the distance you seem to be keeping from the others.
Distance? I don't follow.
Why
I have
does that
noticed
matter?
that you like to keep others at arm's length, and in most cases, quite a bit further.
Keeping a close eye on me. They don't share my values, that's all.
Is that why you train alone? Because your friends do not share your values?
You seem displeased. I suppose you're going to tell me, to defeat your enemies, you must have dependable allies.
That's not exactly how I would phrase it, but having good relationships with your allies is essential in combat. I am sure you realize that it is easier to bond with people when you interact with them more.
Thanks for explaining how supports work, Setith.
There are limits to what one person can do alone. Great things cannot be achieved without allies.
You sound like my father. You're saying it's in my own interest to make friends?
To put it simply, yes. As much as you possibly can. To be honest, I envy you, because I know what it is like to not have many people to call friends.
I wouldn't have guessed that. There are so many devout believers.
I am talking about friends. People to speak with on equal terms. You have many friends here. You should take care to attend to them.
I'll consider your advice, but I'm not usually one to change my mind.
To be young.
Interesting. We should do it, yep.
There he is. Okay, Bernie, you can do this.
Oh, Bernadetta! Sorry, just passing through. Didn't mean to scare you again.
No, it's all right. Actually, I came to talk to you. I owe you an apology. It's, long overdue.
Huh? What do you have to apologize for?
I'm hopelessly terrified of you. So every time I see you, I kinda lose my mind. But once you're gone and I get time to calm down, I realize I'm making a big deal out of nothing. I'm sorry I couldn't tell you before. I feel awful. I hope you can forgive me.
Come on now. It's alright. I wasn't really that bothered by it. Promise. I should have been more careful not to scare you. I'm a big guy, and my muscles can be intimidating.
No, you did nothing wrong. It's all my fault.
How about this? Let's say it's both our fault, and call it even. But you know, I've been thinking. You really are scared of everything. Is there something we can do to fix that?
You mean like a cure?
Something like that. I think we can figure this out. Your biggest fear is talking to people, right? If that's the case, you need to change the way you think about talking. Right now, you think it's bad, so you're afraid to do it. I figure if you talk to more people, then you'll think talking is good. It might be hard to suddenly start talking to people, though. You're gonna need to take it slow. Oh, I know. Start with me.
With you? That'll be, tough. Maybe if you turn around, face the other way.
Why?
I guess if that's what you need. How's this? I bet if you get used to talking to me, your fears will go away in no time.
You're, still really intimidating. But, okay, I'll give it a try.
He's just a big lug teddy bear. Come on, Bernie. Gosh, that's kind of rude. Which one next? Trying to get the C ones out of the way, but I think we're on to B's. How about Ingrid and Setith first?
Is something troubling you, Ingrid?
Oh, Sedith. You seem to have caught me when I thought nobody was around.
Perhaps I can help, if you would like to share.
I wouldn't want to bother you with my trivialities.
I will not pry, of course. But if you keep it to yourself, no one will be able to help you.
That's true. It's regarding my father.
Count Galatea. I have met him once or twice.
Well, you have likely heard that House Galatea's financial situation is precarious. Many regions of Fargus are harsh and infertile, but our lands are especially so. There were several years of fruitless harvests. It nearly ruined us. We could barely feed our troops. Then I was born bearing a crest, after generations bore none. Suddenly my family hung its future on me. My father had hopes that with my crest, I'd be married into a noble family, and that House Galatea's financial troubles would be a thing of the past.
Ah, I see. And the other house would benefit from the addition of your crest-bearing blood. It seems to me you have suffered much for the misfortune of being born with a crest.
I beg your pardon?
I know crests are highly valued, but they are also a burden. My feelings are mixed.
You truly think so? But you're so devoted to the goddess. I'm surprised to hear you say such a thing.
Perhaps one day I will expound upon my opinion of crests in greater detail with you. For now, let it suffice to say that whether or not you bear one is secondary to your identity. You are a person, first and foremost. And you should be permitted to grow as a person, crest or not.
I agree. Thank you for listening.
If you ever wish to discuss this again, consider me available whenever you please.
Thank you so much.
Okay. That was kind of redundant from other things. Plain and Manuela, sure.
Hello, Manuela. I was just wondering, what was it like back when you were involved with that opera troupe? Your life must have been quite different from how it is here, I imagine.
My, how bold to ask an adult about their private life. I'll humor you, though. A diva's life is only glamorous while she's on stage. The rest of her time is consumed by grueling training. Just days and days of practicing, beginning at sunrise, with barely a moment to rest from one performance to the next. Then, once the performances begin, you're on stage for 3 shows a day. Absolutely exhausting. Is that anything like you imagined?
It sounds like a world all its own. Thank you. I find the topic fascinating. What sort of roles did you tend to be cast in? As the lead performer, did you play the part of a princess much? Oh, I can only imagine how illustrious that would be.
Yes, I was a princess once or twice. And it was quite something, let me tell you. All those royal jewels and flowing gowns. And they didn't just give me the pretty clothes to wear because I was beautiful, you know. I had to fight and claw my way into every role. But once I was there on stage, singing my solo, and all eyes were on me, it was worth it. I was rewarded for every one of my countless hours of practice. And the cheers when I finished a song, the applause. Oh, I can't properly explain it, but I can tell you, it's an experience I will cherish until the day I die.
Wondrous. It all sounds so very glamorous. Despite how rigorous a schedule you kept, it sounds like the hard work was worth those fleeting moments on stage. Mine has always been a quiet life. It is hard not to feel a twinge of envy, hearing such stories from you.
There's a lot to be said for the quiet life. It was never for me, of course. Still, I hear it's a pretty good deal for a lot of other folks. The thing is, Flame, well, you always have to remind yourself that if a place shines brighter than anywhere else, its shadows will be darker too.
What do you mean?
Nothing. It's a thing I hope you never come to understand. You know what? The next time you visit, I'll tell you all about the time I played a beautiful princess. And about the handsome prince she fell in love with.
Oh, please! I would love to hear all about it.
That was kind of a boring one. Alrighty then. Eloise and Bernadetta, I wanted to see more from this, so...
There she is, and she seems to be alone. Now's my chance.
Uh-oh.
Bernadetta, hello! May I ask you something?
What? Me? I've seen nothing! I wasn't even there! You have no proof! And even if I was there, it's not a crime to find people's hobbies fascinating! I'll forget everything! I'll never tell a soul where I found them or what they were wearing or any of it!
What?
Hold on. Please calm down. It's just me.
Oh, it's you, Eloise. What a relief.
That's right. Your denials really piqued my curiosity, but I'm glad you've calmed down.
Did you want to talk to me about something?
I did. Listen. You're always so skittish. Just now, for example. But when you saw it was me, you were fine. Why is that? It's been on my mind since I delivered that package. You don't seem scared of me at all.
Were you hoping I would be?
What? Oh, no, certainly not. I was just making an observation.
Well, I guess it's because you remind me of my uncle. He's the only one in my family who's ever been kind to me. And he's the only man I can talk to normally. Actually, I'm fine with the professor, too. So I guess that's not completely true anymore. My uncle and I never did talk that much, but we didn't need to. We just understood each other. Anyway, you really remind me of him, so talking to you feels comfortable.
Interesting.
So that's why. At last the mystery's solved.
I missed a line in there somewhere, though. Gotcha.
Your uncle and I must be quite alike. Is it my face, my physique?
Kind of, but I think it's more your personality.
Dad
My
jokes.
personality?
Yeah, you're always so bright, cheerful, and gentle. You put people at ease.
Well, I'm honored to hear you say so. I'd like to meet this uncle of yours. He sounds like a genial fellow. Whereabouts does he live?
Oh, my uncle?
He's dead, isn't he?
I just remembered something. I have to go.
Is her uncle somehow Eloise? Just somehow. Manuela and Dorothea, sure.
My head is pounding. You'd think I'd get used to this. Oh.
Manuela? Oh my goodness, you look terrible. Don't get up, I'll get you some water. I should fluff up those pillows for you. It will make you more comfortable.
I'm completely hopeless. I was so proud of being the reason you came to Garreg Mach. Dorothea wanted to follow in my footsteps. How great is that? I thought I'd use that as an inspiration to straighten myself out. Be less of a, less of a disgrace. But here I am, right in front of you, dealing with the worst hangover I've had in weeks.
You thought you'd hide this from me?
Wait, you mean you knew?
Even when you were still with the opera company, you had quite the reputation. There was a joke that you could outdrink a fish and the sailor who caught it.
Dorothea, my brain's
God.
pounding as it is. Please, stop. It's all true. But I can't handle hearing it from you. the girl I thought I had inspired to greatness. I can't believe I tried so hard to be a good example for you when you knew all along. I should leap into the ocean and drown.
Don't say that. You've not lost a bit of respect from me. Not one bit. Everyone has their faults, and some have more than others, but you are the finest songstress the opera had ever seen. And you've taught me well. What I mean to say is, you're my inspiration. I really do admire you.
Thank you, Dorothea. That means a lot.
Aww. Alright. Setith and Bernie. I think that's the last of Bernie's.
Oh, is that Sedith? Wow, he looks really deep in thought. I wonder what he's writing. A secret diary, maybe?
That phrase doesn't quite work, does it? Let's see about an alternative.
Too uncertain for a diary. Maybe it's a letter. Or a poem.
Why are they in the entrance hall?
No, that's bound to introduce misunderstanding. Precision is the key.
It must be really important if he's putting that much thought into every word.
But I mustn't overcomplicate things either. Parting words ought to be precise.
Parting? It's a farewell letter? Is he writing his resignation? Sedith can be a little scary sometimes, but I hope he doesn't leave. It'd be sad to see him go. He shouldn't make such rash decisions. If he's unhappy about something, he should tell someone.
Come now. Do you really think I would resign?
You heard all that?
If you don't wish to be heard talking to yourself, then you should not speak so loudly. I'm sorry to hear that you find me intimidating.
I'm sorry! I won't disturb you ever again!
Don't
Wait,
run!
Bernadetta!
Damn it.
Ah, typical behavior for the girl. Most concerning. Can she really go through life this way?
No. I don't think I'm ready for the feels between Annette and Gilbert yet. But we can do Annette and Felix. Netflix.
Oh, how I just love to clean the library room. Just takes a flash of light, and then it all goes boom. A flash, and then a big boom.
Uh-oh.
If you blow up the library, where will we put the books?
A flash, and then a big ah! What are you doing here, Felix?
I heard singing.
Love it.
You were watching me again, weren't you?
Well, your skill is impressive, I'll admit.
Oh, today of all days. I knew I should have chosen a different song.
A different song? Like what?
Any of them. The box song, or maybe the dungeon song.
Now those sound interesting.
Oh, goodness.
No, they're just regular songs. Forget it. While you're here, can you help me clean up? I need the books on that shelf up there, but I can't reach them.
Oh, sure, no problem.
Why is he...
What? You're not going to sing anymore?
He's so nice to Annette. No wonder people think they're cute together.
No way! It's too embarrassing. And that song isn't even finished anyway.
Ah, that's too bad. I wanted to hear what happened after the library was blown away.
Hey, don't look at me like that. Okay, fine. If you insist, I'll sing just a bit more. Oh, how I just love to clean the library room. Just takes a flash of light, and then it all goes boom.
He's listening.
A flash and then a big boom, suddenly the deed is done. My, what a great job I did. Who says cleaning isn't fun?
Huh. That doesn't really explain what happened with the library. Maybe they'll build a new one?
Oh, this is so embarrassing.
That's it? No, come on. Alright, Hanneman and Manuela, finally. Get to marry those two.
You keep doing things that aren't called for. It's driving me batty.
You presuppose I am only thinking of you.
Oh, let's just not do this, shall we? I don't know why we always end up fighting.
It can hardly be helped. You and I seem opposed to one another on a, let's call it an instinctual level. Perhaps this could even be considered a form of fate.
What an awkward fate to have. I'd like you a lot more if I just hated you. All this fighting and making up is just exhausting.
Agreed, yes. It does feel as if we have fallen into a rather tiresome bit of repetition.
What a waste of effort. We're absolutely hopeless, the both of us. Here's a thought. Couples who are similar to one another, share the same views and all that, they're pretty successful. But complete opposites work together too. Surprisingly well sometimes. They compensate for each other's weaknesses, and they support one another. Then I look at how hard we work just to avoid screaming at each other, and I don't buy it.
Don't be so hasty to dismiss your own hypothesis. For instance, I am apt at cleaning, but have no talent for cookery, whilst you loathe cleaning, but are a splendid chef. Would it not be an easier life if, rather than struggle through our weaker areas, we divided the work?
I suppose our differences do have their advantages that way.
Indeed. If we combine our abilities, housework would be conquered and dinner rendered delicious. There are other ways we could find to support one another, I would imagine. We might make a better pair than you think. You and I, together.
You might be onto something. You and I could be pretty good together. Wait, why are we talking about this? Are you trying to propose marriage with promises of clean floors? You think I'm that easy of a catch? Honestly.
I did no such thing. You were the one who started discussion on the topic in the first place.
Here we go again.
Oh, so
Agreeing
this
with
is
me.
my fault
If you
now?
have
I
objections,
never said a
then let's
word
hear
about
them.
Oh boy. I was hoping it wouldn't come to that. Right? Save that one for last. Here we go, I'm ready for the feels. Kinda.
What's wrong, Father? I didn't expect you to summon me.
I carved this on a whim. I wish for you to take it, Annette.
A wooden doll. You used to make these for me when I was a child.
That is adorable. Holy crap, it's well made too.
I still do it when the mood strikes.
It's so cute. It's... Wait. No. What do you want from me?
I want nothing. I was carving and I thought of you. I remembered how happy you would be as a child when I handed one of these dolls to you.
I was back then, but I'm not a child anymore. It's too late for this now, Father. It doesn't make me happy anymore.
Annette.
I was so lonely after you left. I was always alone. I didn't know where you were or who to turn to for comfort. All I could do was look at the dolls you carved for me and remember you, and weep.
If you don't need it, you can throw it away. It is all the same in the end. I am sorry, Annette. I should have given more thought to my actions.
Father, wait!
What?
No, this won't do at all. It would be better to throw this doll away.
She won't.
You are too cruel, Father. Of course I could never throw it away.
Not crying this time, but I was on the verge. Let's see how well they are together.
Mercedes, you're looking divine as always.
Good evening, Sylvain. Thank you for coming out to see me.
Just the two of us meeting at this time of night? You moved quicker than I thought.
I don't know what speed has to do with it, but there was something I wanted to talk to you about.
So she initiated.
Okay. I probably should have figured that out.
I can be so forgetful at times. I neglected to mention this the other day. I meant to say that I know you've been through a lot in this life.
Huh? Me?
Your parents have placed a great deal of pressure on you as their heir. And it's all because you were born with a crest. You've had to put up with such lofty expectations.
All of the kingdom's noble houses expect a lot from their heirs. I'm no different from any other noble guy or gal. We've all got responsibilities.
But didn't you mention that your brother envied you enough to wish you dead? I'm sure that wasn't easy.
Thinking about it, life was probably a lot harder for my brother than it ever has been for me.
Didn't you also mention that women were only interested in having your, as you say, crest baby? I'm not very interested in the particulars, but I get the feeling that you don't care very much for these women who throw themselves at you.
I'd appreciate it if maybe you kept that observation between the two of us.
Your secret's safe with me. I understand the pain you've had to carry.
I know you've got your share of bad memories too, but...
That's why you feel comfortable letting your guard down around me. Come now. That's enough with the sad smile.
Mercedes. Was my sad smile really that bad? Did it ruin my dashing good looks?
Shush.
Not at all. You actually look more handsome to me with honesty on your face.
Aw, here come the waterworks.
Don't be ashamed of crying. I'm here to protect you.
Oh my gosh.
Will you protect me in return?
That is precious.
I will. I promise. You know, Mercedes, you really are a special lady.
Oh my gosh, they got me crying. No way. That is really good. Wow, I actually have tears in my eyes because of that. Aww. Okay, who needs to dine together? Annette and Felix. They have one more support, right? Well, let's see. Who does Marianne have supports left with? She can't do Dimitri's yet. Ooh, Ash. But he's already got full support, or motivation. Hanneman, I guess. I don't know Annette's here, but... Bernie and Seteth, let's do it.
Ooh,
The flavor.
No new conversation. Felix and Annette, please. Dang. They really don't have anything in common to eat. Not a single thing. Well, that's probably why I haven't had them eat together much. Does she at least not hate this? Wait, she does like this. Two fish saute, okay. Guess I skimmed over it.
That looks appetizing.
Aww.
Oh, I love this.
Okay. Ingrid and someone else. How about Ingrid and Dorothea? But Dorothea really doesn't need to be taught anything either. Ingrid and Raphael, I guess? They still need an A support. Does Gilbert have a support with Ingrid? I don't remember. No.
I appreciate any good meal, but nothing beats enjoying my favorite food.
This is...
Okay. What next? Caspar. Caspar and Shamir, I guess. Really need to get the vegetable ones out of the way, though. Ooh, yes. That'll work.
Ah, I can eat so much of this stuff.
Okay. I really do want to work on Marianne. They won't have a support together, but what else can I do?
I like this dish.
This is my favorite dish.
I guess Hanneman and Manuela. If I can do it. Hopefully they have a unique dialogue.
I love meal times. No nagging or self-important jabbering coming out of that loud mouth.
And whose mouth would that be, Manuela? Or are you speaking only for yourself?
Oh god, you two. Get along. Go to the greenhouse. Should have done this first. Lily of the Valley. Okey-doke. Who do I learn from?
I concur.
Oh, hello.
Meeting in that it also
Nice. Gilbert.
Speaking of these pets, but I wonder.
Eloisa's over here? No. Oh, he was in the dining hall this entire time. So flipping laggy.
Okay.
The situation. You're in.
Thank you. And might as well do this. Where's that one stew? Oh, I need a Magdred. Kirsch. Or a Xanadu treasure fruit. Dang. I'll take defense.
Cooking? You're not... Yes, I agree.
She blows. Anything else we need to do? I think we're good. Let's get into this mission. Dang. No story afoot. No new supports either. Dang. Let's see. I could, but it probably has enough uses left. Let's repair Ash's bows. I'm gonna give him another lance. Give her a magic bow. I should give him something else, but I don't know what. Probably nothing, actually. I think we're good. Your party travels to ALL, the Valley of Torment, to meet up with allied troops and secure reinforcements. It should have been a safe march. Ambush at ALL.
Having received the Kingdom Army's plea for aid, Rodrigue has agreed to provide soldiers. In order to meet up with their reinforcements, the Kingdom Army sets out for ALL, the Valley of Torment.
Might need to sneeze soon.
This valley isn't a place I'd care to return to.
After the chilliness of Fargus, I can't seem to adjust to this extreme heat.
Historically, there have been battles whose outcomes were determined in part by the climate. You can't argue that this heat isn't a factor.
In conditions like these, who knows what will become of our morale.
This is the same map that Ingrid's paralog was on.
Professor, be honest. How are you holding up?
I don't like either of these, especially when you get to do Ingrid's maps so early on.
Don't overexert yourself. Perhaps it would be best to take breaks as we proceed. They say Aelel was born of the goddess's rage.
Or it's a volcano.
If you believe the legends, this valley is evidence of the goddess's judgment, passed on humanity for its corruption. The forest that once covered the surrounding area was burnt to ash by a pillar of light that descended from the heavens. That legend fueled belief in a place of torment between our world and the next, where one's sins are purified in the cleansing flames.
Nonsense. Sins are not so easily washed away.
Indeed, and there are no accounts of such a place in Scripture. Yet those who cannot face their own sins have no choice but to cling to the idea.
I just don't think I can take this heat anymore. I think I'm starting to see things. Near those mountains over there. Is it just me? Or is there a group of people gathered there?
No. It would seem you are not hallucinating after all.
Uh-oh.
Are those Rodrigue soldiers? No. But their banner is that of... No. It can't be.
That is House Rowe's banner. They curried favor with that witch and sold out Fargus.
We messed up. There must have been a spy among us.
Yep.
Will you have us meet them in battle, or wait for Rodrigue to arrive?
There is only one option. How kind of them to save us the trouble of killing them later. I will not repeat myself.
That banner belongs to the Grey Lion. It's a waste of breath to exchange words with one such as him.
Grey Lion?
His Highness is correct. He is not an opponent whom we can expect to negotiate with. Everyone, prepare for the attack!
This is the same map I needed Claude to fly over and save Judith on. Oh boy. Gonna be a long one. Since everyone's gonna be walking. Okay. See all who has the knowledge gem. Ingrid. Caspar. Only 10 people, huh? I should have tried and made her a bishop. Shoot. What level is everyone? 30s. Gwendol, so he's always a bad guy, regardless. Who else is on his side then? I don't see any familiar faces. Okay, because when we fought him in the Golden Deer, he had Ash with him. I kinda want to bring Hilda along. Nope, I'm bringing Caspar instead. Now for adjutants. Oh wait. Can't bring him, I have to bring... Oh, I already have Gilbert. Never mind. Might as well bring Hilda then, as an adjutant. Seteth could be with anyone. Ingrid and Raphael, I suppose. Seteth and Felix. Do I want him to keep the knowledge gem? Sure.
Whatever it takes.
Who are my healers? Because I might need her as my healer instead. Yeah.
My strength will only grow.
How close is she? Still a ways. Good. Am I really gonna bring Caspar though? I've kinda always brought Eloise. Yeah, I think I'm gonna... But am I? Nope, I'm keeping it. Okay, we played 70 hours of the Blue Lions thus far.
The Valley of Torment. Perhaps a good place to finish off my life as a knight. Only if that puny force of children is able to kill me, of course.
That man who raises the lion's flag? Lord Gwendol. He is an elder knight who serves House Rowe. Gwendol would, without thought, fight any battle if ordered. There is no chance of negotiating with him. Aelel is a deadly place. Flames burst from the ground with no warning. Sane people usually avoid it.
So, the flames of torment burn your sins, your life, your everything. If you wish to spare yourself the goddess's wrath, tread lightly.
My orders?
I'm your girl.
Two coming. I'll cut through.
What's the plan?
I'd be honored.
Can I just kill outright? I really need to go back and look at my combat arts. Those might actually save me for once.
I'll comply.
I should have put Vantage on him too, shoot.
What's my strategy?
Just diving deep too fast.
Put me in there.
Ready when you are. At your service.
See how this goes. Ha.
So many openings.
Knew it.
You were unprepared.
Saw it coming.
Reminds me of my youth.
Yeah. 20 damage is so much. Can he dodge? Of course not. Okay. You know what? I'm going back. I'm looking at my combat arts and abilities. Does desperation work with Vantage? I'll take it. He could use HP plus 5 actually. Just don't know which one to take off. I'm gonna try it. This might be a bad idea, but he kind of needs the HP more than anything. Combat arts. I don't use these enough. I still have to use triangle attack. Haven't gotten to use that with her yet. I don't think she can use that. Why can she use that? He might actually need healing focus. Ooh, I should give him a lance. Horse Slayer? Yes. Okay. Hate to do this, but I really do need to use the restroom. So it's better than in the middle of a fight. So I'll be right back. I'll set up a ad for the time being as well. So yeah, be right back. Welcome back. Let's see how we're doing. Okay, I'm ready. I already saved, right? I'm gonna save again, oh well. Hey, listen to all this. I didn't move everyone, or wait, they are the way I want them. Good. Good, okay.
My orders?
I'm your girl.
Thanks.
I'll cut through.
Ready when you are.
Sorry.
As well, just for the support.
What's my strategy?
I already have a bee support with him. I had no clue.
I'd be honored.
I'll comply.
What's the plan?
Put me in there.
At your service.
He didn't crit this time.
Reminds me of my youth.
Oh, good. Nice.
I won't falter.
Much better. Oh, really?
I can't fight anymore.
Oh, for crying out loud.
I'd be honored.
Okay.
What's the plan?
Reposition then.
I'll comply.
Put me in there.
At your service.
Oh, I didn't give him the killer axe to do that. That's why he didn't crit.
Ah, still had room to grow.
Oh.
That would work.
Haha.
My orders?
I'm your girl.
Bye-bye.
What's next?
I'll cut through.
Okay then.
You haven't earned my pity.
Had I room to grow?
Ready when you are.
Is it really worth it? Just so they can get support points? I'm doing it.
Ready when you are.
Didn't even think about it. It's a lot of people.
I'll cut through. It was meant to be.
I can...
What's my strategy?
Put me in there. Hope you're ready.
How'd I know?
Attack at your own risk.
Good crit.
Less.
I expect no less. He says.
I'd be honored.
What's the plan?
What's the plan, Stan?
Don't bother haunting me.
Who can attack me? Guess you can.
I'll comply.
At your service.
Double. Oh god.
I'm sorry.
No, okay. No, 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 no. Okay, good. Frick. Focusing on up here.
I aim for greatness.
If you're sure.
That was close.
Bye-bye.
My orders?
Thanks. I've made good progress.
Renewal. Thank you. Oh frick. That could kill. If I could just hit. Dang. Monastery's got this.
Out of my way! I disposed of doubt long ago.
Oh no. Don't struggle. Lady Lazuli, what's up? Sorry, I was focused. You got a Tharja emote? From Umbreon Chill, nice. How are you?
We can't be careless.
I'll take that. You haven't got a freaking clue how
A tragic end.
I have the patience for this game? What do you mean? You keep getting subs gifted to you from people you don't actually watch. I know that feeling, I've been there.
I can't lose! I'm still here. Without power, who can you protect?
Patience,
You make me feel safe.
Umbreon Chalk, Dead G save. Those are nice too. But the whole strategy of these games and what else would you call it? Methodical. I love it. I love taking my time with them too.
I'm your girl.
You don't know who they belong to, really?
Stepped in that one.
Can't you look at your notifications and it tells you, and you can go straight to their channel? You don't even want to see my hours on this? You judge me so hard, judge me. I'm gonna bring it up. Oh, I can't. Never mind. You can't. You can only bookmark. Oh, frick. He's on one. Oof. Judge me harder, father. Doesn't tell you on notify, by the way. Really? That's weird. You know you want me to. In it? What do you mean by that?
Even if I die.
Oh, he's still... I don't want him to kill. He's not dodging. Hence why you ain't on Grimmer's stream, for example. You won't know who gifts. Really? That's strange. Guess I gotta kill him. Or Gambit. So he doesn't move.
Let's win this already.
You don't know if your Twitch is screwed up or something, but it's weird as frick. Are you on PC or mobile? PC, and you still can't look at the bell
You knew the odds.
icon on your Twitch that says notifications and look through them. Your phone can't handle Twitch anymore. Fair enough. It's not the best either.
I owe you one.
It doesn't show anything. That's weird. Huh. Lagging. And this Twitch Prime notify is annoying. Like you don't care, you don't even use Amazon. You don't have Twitch Prime? Why not? What's the point of Prime if it doesn't offer anything useful to you? Fair enough. Can't argue with that.
Thank you.
Cheaper just to sub to said person? Yeah, unless you're using Amazon enough to get free shipping, I think it is.
Too common. Injuries mean nothing.
Oh no, he's starting to move.
Here we go. Attack them from both sides.
Oh shoot. Here's Rodrigue.
So Cornelia has planted spies even inside Garreg Mach.
The shield of Fargus has appeared. We can expect more out of him than the young ones.
Just freaking kill him. Planning on it. Although I'm gonna try to get these chests.
At your service.
Music dying noise freaks you out a tad. Very unsettling. What do you mean? The music dying noise? Oh, I didn't want him to wait. How the frick do
What's
you
the
word
plan?
it? I don't know. You'll have the music playing normally, but it'll go eerie for a moment, then go back to normal. You don't know if you've noticed.
I'll comply.
No? Not really.
Can't pull back yet. Might makes right.
It was the least I could do.
Ready when you are.
My orders?
I'm your girl.
I'll cut through.
This is like a long chess game, exactly. That's another reason why I like it.
I fight and grow stronger. Only natural.
I'll protect everyone.
Who's next?
What's my strategy?
Where's the dragon chick at? She's combined with my heart. The main character. That's why his hair color is different. It used to be like a bluish green, now it's like light green.
All is going to plan.
Ooh, he's running. Oh, they're coming after Rodrigue, that's why. Whoa. Okay, no time to waste.
I'd be honored. I must steel myself.
Bolt axe.
At your service. I don't expect forgiveness.
I'll fight to the very end.
Frick. I need Ash to get up here for this chest. Let's start moving you this way. Chase. I am. I'm working on it.
It's time.
This is kind of bad. Oh, crap. Really? Holy crap.
Can't pull back yet.
Thanks. Okay. Your allies are gonna die, I know.
Injuries mean nothing.
Hopefully I can live with Vantage. Otherwise... Or Slayer.
Not enough.
First time to use Crusher.
Can't afford to lose.
Vex, apparently I am supported by the new Terminator movie. The ad popped up when you started watching. Probably gonna suck. Perhaps so. Ads just appear if you're not subscribed or have Twitch Prime.
There is still room for improvement.
Oh boy.
Too weak for this world.
Vantage crit. They're running.
Not so fast.
Damn. They are angry. The first two are the only good ones. You have the basic switch. You don't have money. I understand that. Fudge. Is he a holy knight?
Is that it?
Yeah.
Oh.
Wasted effort.
Wow. Allies actually do that, huh? Can he talk if I try to move him? Oh well. Oh, he doesn't have a key, that's right. But I should have one in the convoy. I do. Silver shield. Holy Knight, and he has... Oh, he just used Fortify.
Thank you. Don't bother haunting me. Need to pull my weight.
Put me in there. Who's next? Get in line.
I'll comply.
They're all after Rodrigue. Unless... the Gambit.
The man praised as a lion is degraded to a mere traitor's underling.
A traitor's underling? That's upsetting, Your Highness. I am and always have been a knight of House Rome.
How dare you! You are nothing but a lowly beast scavenging for scraps! You have forgotten the dignity of knighthood.
I may be lowly, but this beast is devoted to his master.
Ha! Then I had better kill the pet and deliver its head to that master. No escape!
Yep.
I'm still here.
Oh, you're dead.
I'll destroy you! So I have found a place to die. Young ones, I thank you.
I think Claude killed him before as well. Just like Dimitri did.
My strength is in the service of revenge.
It is the way of knights to follow their master's orders without argument. Lord Gwendol was a good man.
Now he is just a corpse, nothing more. Let's go. Rodrigue is waiting for us.
You're dying? Thank you for killing. What the fuck? He wanted to die. Okay. There you go, Lazuli.
It's been too long, Your Highness. But try to temper your joy, will you? This is a war after all.
Dimitri, chill the heck out, buddy. You just cut yourself on his edge. Oh, but he's not just edgy, he's more than that. Yikes, so how many hours is that? That's 270 plus hours. Like probably 277 by now. Chaos Queen, and with a name change, you are Grim Queen. That's funny because Lazuli is also friends with another streamer who is called Grim.
To say such a thing at a time like this. You have not changed one bit.
Don't let looks deceive you. I've had a rough go of it ever since I crossed blades with those traitors in Ferdiad. When I heard you'd been executed, I rushed there as fast as I could, blind with fury. When I got there, I was fed some garbage about not being able to see your body. The next thing I knew, I was gripping my blade and... Gilbert, you have done well to locate His Highness. I am truly grateful.
I still think I'm gonna call you Chaos Queen. You went with it because Grim from Hollow Knight is the best boss of the game. Fair enough. Lazuli, your Grim is a beautiful Reaper. You love her to the moon and back. Oh, I know you do. That's a shiny Gardevoir. Oh my goodness. Look him up, look up his music. Nightmare King Grim is the ultimate. Or you can just post the music in Discord. If you want. Speaking of which, I'm gonna post the... Can you post it here? I don't know if my Twitch allows links or not. You can try. But I can find it easier if it's in Discord. Just saying.
And you. I have you to thank as well. Well, we are in your debt. I will repay you for this someday, I swear it. And you, Felix. You have also done well to bring His Highness here.
Oh, it worked.
Tell us all you know, Rodrigue.
I'm afraid there's not much to tell. You are aware that the western region of the kingdom was taken by the Empire, correct?
What link are you gonna post, lady? Lazuli? You'll do so later. Also, music is having issues. What do you mean?
Yes, so I have heard. They are now calling it the Fargus Dukedom, or some nonsense.
If you know that much, then the rest won't take long. Enemy or not, it's undeniable that Cornelia's plan was nothing short of genius. After seizing power, she invited the Imperial army to Ferdiad.
The music from my stream is cutting out for you? I think Lazuli was having the same problem. You want to shave his stash off? It's annoying. They are just like little lines on there. It's just glitchy. Huh. I don't know how to fix that in OBS. Because it's coming through on my end just fine. Might have to deal with the frame drops, I'm not sure. No, it's actually the game, not the stream, fam. Really? You just listen to the OST and it does you right? Frighten? Alright then. Bad music design. Okay then. Glad it's not me then.
There she reorganized her troops and then sent soldiers to hunt me down.
Hold on. Cornelia. It's nothing short of genius. After seizing power, she invited the Imperial army to Ferdiad.
Because of that, we were forced to act defensively. And now we're being forced into a difficult battle. She's been controlling the situation all along.
So that's been the witch's plan from the start. I should have killed her ages ago.
Your Highness, Ferdiad is in a terrible state right now. The tyranny is unbearable, and so the rebellions are endless. Refugees starve to death in the streets. If I may speak freely, Your Highness.
Yeah, because the voices are fine, the music just sounds broken. Eerie, ain't it? Ah, gotcha. Yeah, it must be the music then. Just the music design, rather.
We should change course for Ferdiad and take down those traitors before we embark to Enbar.
There's no time for that. We must annihilate Enbar before all else.
Think this through. I understand wanting to destroy the Empire and the Emperor. I want that so much it hurts. But which is more important, the dead or the living?
Silence!
No, Dmitri. You will hear me out.
Are you asking me? Asking the dead to forgive that woman?
I don't think he said that one bit. He didn't ask for forgiveness of her at all. Dmitri is just cuckoo.
No, I would not ask that of you. What I am asking is that you allow us to prioritize the kingdom capital over the imperial capital for now.
Dmitri got no chill. Frick you sideways. No, he doesn't. He's spooky demon Dmitri to the end.
As Lambert's close and trusted friend, I am confident that he would have advised the same.
Do not dare to put words in the mouths of the dead. They are your words alone, even if you borrow their lips.
Lambert is Dimitri's father. Or are most people in games just jerks? I don't know.
Until I offer up that woman's head, Father will remain a slave to his lingering regret and hatred. Even now, he suffers. It is ceaseless. As we waste time with idle chatter, his suffering continues.
You are my king. Our king. Wherever you lead, we will follow. But Your Highness, there are those who take up their sword in the name of revenge, and yet along the way, lose the strength and composure to follow through. You would do well to bear that in mind. Ah, I nearly forgot. Take this, Your Highness. The time has come for it to be wielded by its true master.
Hero's relic? No way. You're not just giving it to him.
Eredvar. The hero's relic once wielded by my father.
Eredvar. Is this going to make Dimitri calm down for once?
The very same. I managed to steal it back from one of Cornelia's underlings in Ferdiad.
Understated as ever, Father. It must have been a true struggle to get it back.
I am grateful, my friend.
Gilbert, Professor, may I request something of you?
That was some humility from Dimitri. That's good.
I wish to fight at your side.
Senile already, old man? Who will protect our territory?
I expected it would come to this, so I left those matters to my younger brother. He has my complete faith. I must keep my promise to our fallen king, to my dear friend. A very old one. I swore it nearly 10 years ago. Now then, Your Highness, let's destroy the Empire together. My men and I will spare no effort. I pray that you are right, and that this will save the kingdom.
Area de Blar. Nice.
Our orders are to capture Enbar by striking the enemy's stronghold directly. How familiar are you with the geography of Fodlan?
This is the same conversation we had with Judith.
Then you must be aware that the kingdom and the empire are separated by the impassable Ogma Mountains, right? Legend has it that Saint Seros once crossed over those mountains to fight against the fell king Nemesis. But don't fool yourself. Leading a large army over such steep mountains would be near impossible.
In order to infiltrate the Empire, we have no choice but to go around the mountains, either to the east or to the west. I believe that may be difficult. After all, the western region of the kingdom is already loyal to the Empire. Perhaps we should consider going east, using the route that passes through Alliance territory.
Alright then.
The Alliance is currently split in two. Those who stand with the Empire and those who are against it. Leading the Imperial faction is House Gloucester, while House Regan leads those who oppose. We should take advantage of their internal conflict and proceed east along the mountains until we reach the Great Bridge of Myrden in Alliance territory.
The Aramid River divides Alliance and Empire territory. There are many large bridges that cross it. However, the Great Bridge of Myrden is by far the largest, and it is also closest to the Monastery. I believe you crossed that bridge 5 years ago on your journey to the Battle of the Eagle and Lion. I'm afraid it's a possibility, but it's still more practical than passing through the west.
Perhaps our next move should be to contact House Regan and request their cooperation. Claude of House Regan is the leader of the Alliance and is firmly against the Empire. They are the enemy of our enemy. In other words, hopefully, a friend.
Are you suggesting that we ask House Regan to engage the Gloucester soldiers?
I am. If we take the bridge, then House Gloucester will no longer be able to receive support from the Empire. There's no way a man as wise as Claude would refuse our request.
And once we manage to capture the Great Bridge and gain a foothold into the Empire,
then we cross Gronder Field and head south toward Enbar.
But if we get attacked from both sides, we'll have to fight people from the Alliance, won't we?
Speaking of House Gloucester, I wonder how Lawrence is holding up.
If we meet him again, it will probably be as enemies.
To be honest, I'd rather avoid seeing him altogether.
Dang.
If you do not wish to kill familiar faces, do not tarry over the corpses of the dead.
Good advice.
Prepare yourselves. It is time to steel your souls for the task at hand.
So did Lorenz join his father in Gloucester?
Part 2. Azure Moon. Lone Moon. The Rose-Colored River. The Kingdom Army meets with Rodrigue in Aelel, the Valley of Torment. With the strength of House Fraldarius on their side, the time to invade the Empire is finally at hand.
So I think the way things are going to go, we're at the Bridge of Myrden, which is within range of Gloucester territory, and then we're going to Grunder Field, I'll bet. After that.
Even though it's in ruins, in some strange way, this monastery never truly changes, does it? I studied at the Officers' Academy when I was young. Those memories come rushing back whenever I return. What are you doing here at this hour anyway?
Nothing.
I see. Perhaps you'll allow me to join you. Much appreciated.
Okay, carry on.
I keep recalling my eldest son. He was quite gifted. In fact, he was appointed a knight at the age of 15. I still vividly remember the day he was granted a sword from His Majesty.
Your son, isn't he?
Dead. He was killed 9 years ago in Dusker. All that returned of him that day were his sword and his armor.
I thought he was gonna say Glenn. Because we know who it is.
After it happened, I said something horrible to Felix. He's hated me ever since. And I don't blame him.
What? What'd you say?
No matter how much you grieve, the dead will never return. No magic in the world can bring them back. That's why their memory clings to the living like a curse. The more they were loved, the tighter their hold, and the more suffering they cause. I fear I am not a strong enough man to scold His Highness for his foolishness.
This is a hard decision. But how do I know how he feels? Oh, we do. Because of Geralt.
Since this war began, we've seen countless generals, soldiers, and citizens die. It never gets easier.
Nope, it sure doesn't.
Professor, I entrust the young prince and the future of Fargus to you. I suppose that was a dramatic way of putting it. My apologies. You should know that I have no intention of insisting that you take back Ferdiad. All I ask is that you continue to rein in Dimitri's manic desire for revenge. Now then, we have received House Regan's consent. All that's left is for us to depart. If we make it through Gloucester territory and across the Great Bridge of Myrden, we'll be in Empire territory. You are not afraid, are you?
I don't feel anything. I mean, I'll be honest.
Yes, such is war. I'm glad you were the one to lead the Blue Lion House, Professor.
You would have said the other. Fair enough.
I mean that.
What day is this? St. Indec Day. There will be a hymn. Yes. Annette and Mercedes, please. That works too,
This
I
is
guess.
no good. Sing from your diaphragm. Lo! Get it? Lo!
May my song reach the goddess in the sky.
Whoa. Okay.
I'm getting the hang of this.
You would have said you wouldn't let him down. The other just sounded cold and uncaring. Not necessarily. That's kind of how I felt too. It was unexpected. We've already seen this, so I can skip it.
Professor?
Get her back in the kitchen. Who? Are you talking to Grim or Chaos? Dimitri accepted the battle gear of the King of Lions from Rodrigue and obtained the certification for the Great Lord class.
Whatever it takes.
Alrighty then. I just want to see him. A lordly figure who leads with unwavering authority, Dimitri dominates the battlefield with his unparalleled lance skills. They mean the lady who was telling you to sing, right? Oh, right. I getcha. I'm gonna save and try to get Dorothea to become a bishop. Whoops. Failure again. Shoot. Kind of want Annette to go warriors so she can learn wrath, but I'm not sure. If I should. That sprite was the most energized thing in the game you've seen. That's because I was controlling it. I was gonna do Area de Blar. Hey, what do I get rid of? It still has more energy than most of these characters, if you say so. Ooh, I have some supports. How? Manuela wasn't... Did I not do this support? I'm so confused. Ah.
A new power? How wonderful!
Let's explore. Or should we? Might be best to actually just explore this final week. I might battle the rest of this week. We'll see. What kind of paralogs? Oh, I can do that support. Or paralog. I think we should end today's stream with this paralog. If that's the case. I'm gonna make Mercedes a grammary.
I'm so glad I passed!
I say let's do it. Whoops. The face beneath. Whispers of Death Knight sightings in Garreg Mach excite Caspar, but Mercedes has a much more expensive reaction. Something must be on her mind. I also remember from Alpha that I should have Caspar kill the leader, commander.
Professor, Mercedes! What are you two doing here?
We were just talking. Why do you look so flustered?
Haven't you heard? An Imperial army was spotted near Garreg Mach.
Oh, do you think they came to scout?
Maybe. We could probably take care of them if that's the case. But I heard the Death Knight is out there.
The Death Knight. Nothing, really. Now's probably not the time, but I was just thinking of my brother.
I think I know what this is.
You have a brother?
Yes, but we have different fathers. He was a year younger than me.
Why'd he suddenly come to mind?
You see,
Quickly, you must prepare for battle. The Death Knight has been spotted in the sealed forest.
Listening to the music just makes you want to play Tales of Vesperia again. Sadly, you don't own it. How did you play it before?
He only has a few troops with him, so we planned on taking him out with just the knights, but we can't guarantee that reinforcements won't arrive. We would appreciate your backup, just in case.
the Death Knight. I have to go.
Mercedes, wait! I don't know what's going on with you, but...
No, I have to go see him.
She knows something about the Death Knight that we don't know. You borrowed it from a friend. Fair enough.
Yeah, we can't let him get away. I'll help Mercedes find the Death Knight. You go gather the others and meet up with us, Professor.
Is her brother you're calling it? If not, then oh well, you're a loser. Don't... Might be right. Hold on, where's...
A new power. I won't squander it.
You hope you are? It seemed too obvious. Yeah, I know. Can bring one more person. Does Shamir and Catherine have a support yet? Nope. You need to take your dogs out. You'll be back shortly. If you miss it, let me know if you're right. This is probably going to be a long one, so you probably won't miss a thing. Still. I gotcha. Put Bernie with him. Mercedes learned renewal. So we're taking that. What kind of map are we dealing with? Oh no. Why are they... just randomly up here? No chest. Oh. There is one chest. Caspar, you need one of these. Didn't she get like a Dominic's? I don't remember what troops she got. Of course, his authority is low. Can he use the Gautier ones? I doubt it. Nope. Galatia. Nope, needs a B. Shoot. What about Goneril? Valkyries. Nope. Four to do. Her authority sucks as well. Shoot. Okay. Here we go. Wait.
Welcome.
Battalion, replenish.
Come back soon.
Always gotta take care of that. Mercedes or Caspar falls in battle.
Emil, wait! Don't go!
Emil?
Take your helmet off. Please. Let me see your face.
Chaos Queen. It's right at the beginning. I'm gonna message her. Oh boy.
It really is you under there, isn't it? I've been searching for so long.
I finally caught up with you, Mercedes. You're faster than you look. But I'm here now, so you can give up, Death Knight.
It's not the actual Death Knight, is it? Really? Oh, frick. Yeah. Oh, they're safe for now. What's the condition? Rout all enemies except the Death Knight?
Put me in.
But what if I do? Okay.
Let's clean up. There's our opening.
orders?
I'll cut through.
One death down.
I'm your girl.
What's the plan?
I'd be honored.
I'll comply.
What's my strategy?
Ready when you are.
Flee, and I will not chase you. Challenge me, and I will have no choice but to fight.
Okay then.
Obvious.
Missed. Going for the kill.
She didn't need it, but okay. Oh, shite.
Got your back.
You forced my hand.
She didn't use the frickin' chess key. Shoot. Dang it.
My duty is your death. The situation is dire.
I must pull through. I must lead them well.
Really, Ash?
Just be careful.
And we're live. Did you see my message yet? Advantage. Excuse me.
All for our future.
No, you haven't? Just got back? You might not want to then. Spoilers, that's why. Like you care about spoilers.
All talk.
Oh, I know.
No action.
At your service.
Nice.
I'm still here.
Eventually, I too will fall.
He's pissed.
That would work.
Uh-oh. You called it. Not quite yet.
Going for the kill.
What the heck?
Strength is all for a mercenary.
Reassuring.
And you don't care, premature victory time. If you're wrong, you don't care. Alright.
You knew the odds. Injuries mean nothing.
What? Uh-oh. I'm rewinding that.
Injuries mean nothing.
Come on. Yes.
I disposed of doubt long ago.
Doug, why are you still hungry? You ate a cup and a half of rice? I haven't ate anything today, so... I was gonna eat, but then they called and told me that they could take a interview today, so I went and took it and got the job. So...
Put me in there.
At your service.
I'm gonna run. Go eat before you die. Also, congrats on your job. Thanks. I'll eat after stream.
My orders?
No. These guys, they'll kill Gilbert with ease.
Let's clean up.
I'll cut through.
I'm your girl.
Do those things have that insane a reach? The horses? That's because they're cavalry. They can move farther.
Ready when you are.
What's my strategy?
I'm good now.
I'd be honored.
Just be careful.
Yeah. Yes, but it looks like they can strike you halfway across the map. That's just what horses can do.
Fine, how about this?
Oh good. She dodged. They can attack from afar. Oh, I have to get up there. Bye-bye. Thank you.
Thinning their numbers.
I needed her to do that so that... Yeah, this might be even more of a problem. Frick, really?
Oof. It was meant to be.
Holy crap.
That's a win for everyone.
My work's not done.
She needs to keep her hat on when she's battling.
Let's win this already.
I'll help. No escape!
Mercedes wears a hat. In her normal outfit. I should have used ashes. What about it? Let me get up here and show you. She's not wearing a hat, but look down there where her portrait is. She's wearing a hat. She needs to wear that all the time.
I'd be honored. We're ready. Victory will be
Just
ours.
personal preference is all. What's that got to do with anything? Just talking.
Injuries mean nothing.
Make your peace.
Goodbye.
What's my strategy?
My orders? On my honor as a knight.
I'm your girl.
I love the magic weapons.
What's next?
I'll cut through.
%10 chance to
Ready
hit
when
me.
you are.
Ha.
Thanks.
Let's clean up.
Put me in there.
At your service.
Oh, frick.
I owe you one.
I need to wait for someone else to get up here and do some chip damage.
Just be careful.
He no longer has a gambit. I used my gambits all up on...
Even if I die.
Not him.
Hunt them like beasts.
I'll never be satisfied.
I don't know what's gonna happen this turn.
Pointless.
Damn it.
No, not before.
Too many people dead. Can't do it.
Even if I die.
I'd be honored.
Just be careful.
Too easy.
Let's clean up.
I'm your girl.
Sorry. I'll cut through.
Ready when you are.
I shall not stray. Hopefully I'll be more useful now.
What's my strategy?
Feels good to fight for a cause.
Haha!
You fought well.
Christopher Dolius saved us.
My orders?
Injuries mean nothing. No escape!
I understand this better now.
What's the plan?
Unnecessary crit again.
At your service.
Put me in there. Pointless.
Good.
Next try.
Nice. Ha. You're dead.
All talk and no action.
Now's our chance.
It was meant to be.
Oh shoot.
I'm stronger.
Wait, that didn't break it? What the heck? How is it still? Able to attack? It has no more shields.
Even if I die.
You're a big help.
Hopefully everyone's alright.
Don't waste it.
Oh shoot, I'm gonna kill everyone before the Death Knight. I can't have that.
Not quite ready to die.
I may not survive. It's time. We'll cover this.
Witness my resolve!
Practice is paying off.
Hopefully that's enough chip damage.
Injuries mean nothing.
Frick. I have a better chance to dodge here. Nice.
Can't afford to lose.
I keep advancing.
Whoa.
Stay vigilant.
Well, I'm dead. If I don't attack.
Thinning their numbers. Not what I was hoping for.
Failure is always an option. Not in this.
The situation is dire.
Save me some time.
Aged.
Run away. Are you the only one hearing Skyward Sword Zelda sound effects? Maybe. I don't know. I hope I can get up here and do just enough damage. No way. Even more?
Enemy reinforcements are approaching. What should we do?
Take him out?
Let's take them out.
Yep.
Reinforcements just means we get to fight even more.
Actually pretty fine with me.
I need to put this to use.
I will not die here.
I didn't want to dismount.
I will not die here.
My orders.
I'd be honored.
Let's clean up.
Crap.
Stay down.
I must pull through.
Ready when you are.
Put me in there.
At your service.
I'll cut through. All right, next. Stronger, faster, never enough.
Hope you're ready. Might makes right.
Oh, we take those.
I still have a long way to go.
Yeah, buddy. Just enough.
Making...
Injuries mean nothing.
Not quite ready to die. What's
Good
next?
job.
Eventually, I too will fall.
Oh boy. Damn it. I needed to heal.
Injuries mean nothing.
Not quite ready to die.
My orders?
Crit, please. No. He had such a good chance to crit.
I disposed of doubt long ago.
I didn't change his. Oh well.
All talk and no action.
He mastered it.
That should be enough.
Pomp and circumstance. Do they all get that?
I will not die here.
Think this through.
I must pull through.
Ready when you
Okay.
are.
I'm gonna try to chip damage. Oh, frick. This has to work.
I told you that if you fled, I would not chase you. But it seems you wish to die.
Uh-oh. Oh, come on.
I feel weak.
I'll cut through.
Only 7 damage. Come on. Oh boy.
I told you that if you fled, I would not chase you. But it seems you wish to die.
He hit. He hit. Okay.
Put me in there.
Fudge! Come on.
Ready when you are.
Wait. Did it just say... 2 damage? I have to hit it. So if I gambit...
You're in trouble.
Let's turn the tables.
Caspar can do this. Oh no. He can move once you hit him. He has to hit this.
The infamous Death Knight, champion of the Empire. Taking you down is gonna be satisfying.
Simpleton.
Oh, I knew it.
I'll get stronger. But for now, I'll retreat while I can.
God damn it.
At your service.
Wait, he's down to 23?
Put me in there.
He lives on 1, really? Oh boy. Maybe right here.
The infamous Death Knight, champion of the Empire. Taking you down is gonna be satisfying.
Simpleton.
Oh, come on.
I'll get...
I'm gonna rewind farther back.
Ready when you are.
At your service.
I'll cut through.
Put me in there. Don't try and stop me.
Hey.
You're all going down. Let's put this to the test.
I was hoping that he'd gain a level or something.
I'd be honored.
Comes down to this.
I must pull through.
Think this through.
Oh, if she only had a gambit. But don't I need her gambit? Nope, not drawback. No, no. I was hoping he had something else.
I'd be honored.
Well, I can use drawback here. Why not sacrifice people to do damage? There isn't permadeath, right? I know.
I must pull through.
Think this through.
Frick, I'm just back to where I was.
Put me in there.
Still 51. Why can't she use... What the hell?
Ready when you are.
At your service.
Why can't I use any of my gambits? She doesn't have stride. Oh, she has onslaught though. So she can attack.
I'll cut through.
I told you.
No! Frick it. We're going with what you said. Begin the bloodbath. How do I get 7 damage though? I can't. There's no way I can. Down to 3 more.
Think this through.
I must pull through.
I'd be honored.
So just sacrifice some people. I can't. There weren't enough people to come close to him. That's the thing.
Not quite ready to die.
I will not die here.
I was just stronger.
Injuries mean nothing.
Oh, come on.
Put me in there.
At your service.
Whatever.
What's my strategy?
Why can't I use my...
Stay vigilant.
5 damage?
I told you that.
Let's try this out.
You try to hide yourself with that mask and helmet, but I know who you really are.
I have nothing to say to you.
Need me to save you?
What about this?
I don't want to crit. That's the other thing, is that...
Ready when you are.
I'm up for it.
Witness my resolve.
I'll cut through.
Nice. We should be able to do it now. Hallelujah! Can do it from there. Let me see about... getting some support points.
I must steel myself. Without power, who...
I didn't need to sacrifice Gilbert. That was a pointless sacrifice. But I'm not risking anything else.
The infamous Death Knight, champion of the Empire. Taking you down is gonna be satisfying.
Simpleton.
Holy crap. Got a dark seal as well.
Simple, but effective.
I bet I still need to take out.
You're not getting away that easy.
Yep, I still need to take out this other enemy. Of course. Well, that means Annette could master her class before.
What's the plan?
I earned this.
Bowbreaker. You know what? She can get the kill. Or not. There we go.
A tragic end.
Freaking finally. Took you long enough. Well, I was trying to keep everyone alive. Now that's 2 paralogs basically in a row that I let someone fall. Although this time it was kind of unnecessary.
We did it! Are you alright, Mercedes?
I am, thanks to you. But still...
There's something you wanted to ask him, right? Come on, he ran off into the forest.
Thank you, Caspar.
You successfully completed the paralog and earned a battalion. You probably would go nuts and just attack full offense. Yeah, but then you'd probably die too. Church soldiers were added to the barracks. Burgley's war group. That's for Caspar. Here we go. Took over an hour.
You came.
How many years has it been since we last spoke? I'm so sorry. I should have come for you sooner. I'm sure it wasn't pleasant living in House Bartels.
I'm not sure I follow. Do you know this guy, Mercedes?
My younger brother, Emil. Is it really you?
I'm sorry, what? Your brother is the Death Knight? But you two look nothing alike.
Mercedes, leave the monastery.
Hold on just a minute. Is that all you've got to say for yourself?
This doesn't concern you.
That's not true. You're her brother, right? But you've got nothing nice to say to her after all this time?
You will die.
Even if I die, I've made my choice. Please, Emil, fight on our side instead.
I cannot. My soul has long departed. And yet, here, take this and go.
What is that?
Is this a hero's relic? You and I must share the same crest.
When next we meet, I will kill you without hesitation.
You won't kill me. I have this now.
What is it? You got a problem with me?
Take this.
Scythe of Cereal.
This is...
All because I used Caspar.
Will kill her. Until then, she must live.
To kill him.
Emil! I can't believe he's gone again.
I can't tell whether or not he actually cares that you're his sister.
Somewhere, hiding underneath that helmet, there's a very sweet boy.
Is that a joke? Would a sweet boy threaten to kill someone? I don't get you, Mercedes.
Living at House Bartels changed him. But that's beside the point. Thank you, Caspar. I couldn't have confronted him without you.
Don't worry about it. I may not understand you half the time, but we're still pals.
Come on then, pal. Let's get back to everyone else.
Raphael Gem and Scythe of Cereal. What does it do? Crest of Lamine nullifies attacks effectiveness and critical hits. May have damage. That's incredible. Crafted using archaic methods, this intimidating scythe is Dark Knight's weapon of choice. Dang, that's it? I thought he was gonna take off his mask. Well, we're back to where we were yesterday, where I'm just gonna grind. But first, she's taking it. Then who gets Scythe of Cereal? A Grim or Chaos Queen? Not if you have people that hit strong. I know, but if you keep using your strongest units, the other ones won't gain any experience either. You're pretty sure he just said he was dead? Who? I don't have a lot of lance users. Might as well put it on Caspar. Just for the heck of it. Where is it? Is it an axe? I did not throw it away. Is it a sword? Oh, it's right there. Can't use it. I need an A. First, that's kind of the point. Focus on the best and use them rather than struggle to upgrade units that don't matter or are too weak. Second, you're pretty sure the Death Knight is dead. How is he dead if he's still moving? But anyway. You said his soul is long departed. Oh, good point. Well. Did you just not hear him say that? No, I heard him say that. I just didn't think of it that way. Yep, I'm gonna grind on my own. I might do this paralogue on my own, we'll see. And you think the scythe counts as a spear, or at least its symbol look like that? No, they all look like that. Anyway, I'm ready to raid someone, and I'm ready to eat, because I'm super hungry. Right, well later, dude. Don't forget to put that song in the music channel of Discord. Anyway, let's see who's all on. I think we're gonna raid Genma for the night. That was fun though. And again, a longer than anticipated stream. I think we're ending at the same time we ended last night. My goodness. But anyway, I'm not going to take any more time. I might stream tomorrow night. It's highly likely. Since I've got a new job starting up, who knows if my stream schedule will change at all. We'll have to see. But other than that, let's give a Holy Aqua raid over to Genma, the Samurai. And I will thank you and good night.